Should you be blaming other people for your life? Is it a good idea to keep blaming the past experiences, bad memories, negative experiences? Someone did this to me, someone said this to me, someone was not fair to me, and this is the reason my life has become like this. In this 7th video in the Alive and Fearless training series, I'm going to show you why you can't blame other people and how to really break through this block of the past which is controlling your present and your future. So welcome to the Alive and Fearless training series. I've done this training series to help people, ambitious people especially, who have the potential and to reach their full potential and the dreams that they truly desire and want. And it could be that there is a lack of inspiration, motivation in today's time, and that's what I want to fulfill with short videos which you can consume and understand the concepts and immediately use it, overcome any barriers that is stopping you, and start living an alive and fearless life today. So just to do a quick recap, in the first video we understood that happiness is not a dream, a distant dream that only when I achieve something I'll be happy. It is a pursuit on a daily basis. If you're happy, if you're excited, if you are alive and fearless, then you start achieving all the results that you truly want and reach your full potential. In the second video we understood that there are two kinds of results. One is ripe and one is rotten. The ripe are the good results which you really want, which you love and you appreciate it. The rotten are the results which you don't like, and that is where people get stuck. That why did this happen to me? Why my life is like this? Why are these people doing this to me? And we say, okay, don't get stuck in what you don't want. Decide what you want and then move forward towards what you want. That's more interesting, right? Forget whatever is there, accept it the way it is, and now create a dream, an ambition. Where do you want to achieve? What do you want to go? And that's where you start pursuit of happiness every day. Now we need to understand, in the third video we saw that, we took an analogy of a tree and the fruits are ripe and rotten, and then the bark represents the action. Unless you put the action, you will not get the results. Similarly, you're putting the negative action so that you're getting the rotten results. Similarly, you need to put positive action to get the positive results. But guess what? We all know sometimes what to do, but we don't do it because whatever XYZ reasons, and we complain. We know I should not be eating unhealthy. I know I should exercise. I should not yell at my kids, or I should be more productive and more positive and energetic at work, and I should be focused. But somehow, somewhere we get distracted and we're not able to achieve, and that is where the lack of action does not get you the results that you want. Now in the fourth video we understood there are 4 drivers: belief, thinking, emotion and knowledge, which is basically the example of the roots of the tree. If the roots are strong, then the behavior happens and you get the results that you want. So whatever you believe, think, feel and know or don't know is hurting you, right? Lack of knowledge is hurting you. But once you know it, still you can't produce the results because you don't put the action, because you don't truly believe you can. You have self-doubt. What if people say? What will they say? What if I fail? And all this negative belief and rotten thinking or negative thinking leads to lack of action, or leads to wrong action, which leads to wrong results or negative results or rotten results in your life. So we understood in the 5th video that what made me have these 4 drivers, what basically influenced my belief, thinking, emotion and knowledge. And we said there are 5 people in your life that influenced you. The 5 people influence, and when you were born alive and fearless, but then 5 people kept influencing you. You saw people in your life, your family, your parents, your siblings, your teacher, your friends, and all of these people have influenced you till date and are currently influencing you also. You might be married, it could be your spouse, it could be your kids, it could be at the job, your business, your employees, your partners, your society, neighbors. Everyone is influencing you, and they're influencing you for the good as well as the negative. So whatever limitations that they have, unknowingly, knowingly, they have passed on to you. I mean, tell me, a child who is born in a negative environment often gets influenced either to do negative or gets influenced to do completely opposite. So still it is an influence, still you are controlled. So I'm here to tell you that while you were growing up, everything around you has influenced you and made you the good that you are. But guess what? Also the person that you're not happy about. In the 6th video, in the previous video, we saw that you create 2 yous. So as you're growing up, one is the alive and fearless you, and then you create an artificial you around the alive and fearless you. And why do we create these 2 personalities? Because to fit in, to gel in, because what do people say, so I have to behave like everybody around me, I have to act like them, I have to please them, I cannot go beyond a certain limit or else everybody is going to be unhappy, and I don't want to make everybody unhappy because I've been told in my childhood and I believe that I should not, hurt people, and I should be nice and I should be kind, and even if it hurts you and you become a doormat. So that's where we create this artificial you, and we told you the test of artificial is regret. If you regret your behavior, then it was an artificial you controlling you and not the alive and fearless you. In the 7th video, I want to take you one step further, that can you now say that I want to blame my 5 people? I want to say that, okay, it was because of my dad or my mom or my brother, sister, or my boss or someone in my life. That is the reason I'm the way it is. I'm the way I am. Now, what if you go and tell that person that, hey, it is because of you, I learned that it is 5 people influence, and because of you, I became an angry person, or I became this kind of a person, or my life was ruined. But let's take an example of anger, and you go and tell your dad that, hey, dad, because of you, I have become angry, and then it's limiting my life. So why did you become such an angry person? And guess what your dad will say? If your dad is smart, he'll say that, hey, you know what, son, I was not born angry. I got it from your grandfather. Now, if you go to your grandfather will blame his father and his grandfather, and so on and so forth. And ultimately, you're like stuck, and you're like, what the, I can't blame people, because by this theory or by this concept, everybody has been influenced by their people. So you come back and you're like wondering what to do, and suddenly you see your child running towards you with anger and like, dad, you know what happened? This guy at school or college, he teased me, and I kind of took a stone and I hit him, and it hit his head and he's bleeding, and the principal wants to talk to you. And you're like, at that moment, oh my God, what did I do? Right? There's a light bulb moment that if I'm blaming other people for my limitations, then am I not giving it to my family, to my kids, to my spouse, to everybody around me? So I am also 5 people influence for my 5 people, and they are going to influence it to their 5 people, and so on and so forth. So I'm also playing a very important role in the entire chain. So rather than blaming people, rather than criticizing people, what am I doing? What is my action? What is my behavior? Now, if you bring it back to you, and I mean it in a good way, I don't mean it in a negative way, it's like empowering. It should empower you that I have the power to change my life. So if you bring it back to you, and now you're thinking that, okay, rather than blaming people, why don't I take responsibility? Why don't I break this chain of, bad influence? Like if my dad was poor, if my grandfather was an employee, if they worked hard, and they're going to pass on to me that, son, you have to work hard, and you have to do a job, and you have to stay safe, secure, and comfortable. And I want to break the chain. So I need to start thinking different. I need to move out of that thought process or the limitations. Similarly, if there's a history of obesity in the family, everybody is obese or fat or overweight, and then that thing keeps coming, and I'm doing the same thing. So are you willing to break the chain? Are you willing to start thinking that, okay, I regret my behavior? Whatever I'm doing, if I'm eating or if I'm saying something, if I'm believing or thinking or feeling, and this is not me, this is not the alive and fearless me that I knew that I was or I am, then it's time to break the chain. It's time to stop blaming. It's time to take control, take full responsibility of your life. And blaming is not going to help. It's just going to make things worse. You need to start knowing what you really want. You need to start believing, thinking, feeling, and getting the knowledge from the experts. You need to upgrade your mind. You need to update your thought process, your emotional strength, courage. Be alive and fearless. Understand the entire concept and stop being a slave. Stop protecting your artificial you. It is not you. And the only way you know it, that everything that you regret doing or not doing is because of your artificial you. And a lot of people like protect, no, this is me, it is my anger, it is my nature, I am this way since so many years, I have always been this way. No, you were not born this way. You became slowly and steady. And similarly, you can start the transformation process. You can start transforming your life from where you are right now, controlled by your artificial, to being alive and fearless and taking full control of your life by doing the actions, by upgrading the mind, the 4 drivers, and really kind of declaring that, you know, I give up my artificial, I'm not owning it, and I'm letting it go, and I'm gonna, you know, identify each and every limitation, belief limitation, thinking limitation, emotional limitation, and knowledge limitation that I have or don't have, and I'm going to upgrade myself. I'm going to learn. This is one of the areas, this is one of the ways that I'm trying to help you, by educating you, by creating awareness that where you're stuck and how you can free yourself. So I hope this video helps you. It's a little longer video, but I just wanted to do a quick recap and tell you that you need to break the chain. Make a list of all the things that you know you're not, and all the behaviors that you're behaving which you know you should not be behaving and you regret, and it doesn't feel right. The regret comes from here. It's not like an intellectual thing, it is from the heart. I know I'm not happy with my life. I know I'm not happy with my career or business or relationship or parenting or my, you know, financial income or lifestyle or who I have become in the process of, you know, success. I'm not happy. It's time to correct. It's time to accept. It's time to acknowledge, and it's time to move forward. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this message goes to you, lands in the correct place, and you take action. You start listing down and you start breaking the chain. You stop blaming people around in your life, and you take full control of your life. Staying alive and staying fearless, dreaming big and staying strong. If you have any questions regarding this video or any other videos in the series, please make sure you comment in the comment box below. Share this video and series with your family and friends so they can also start understanding, and you can also start creating an environment of more alive and fearless people around you. It is my sincere hope that, you know, I am able to be of any service to you and contribution to you. If these videos have ever, you know, touched you or helped you in any way, I would love to hear from you. Connect with me on my social media channels, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or just directly, you know, DM me on Instagram, and I'll be happy to respond, or comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Stay alive, stay fearless, dream big, stay strong, and I'll see you soon in the next video, which is video number 8, in which I'm gonna tell you how do you unleash the alive and fearless you, how do you go back into that you that you were born, and kind of free the alive and fearless you from the artificial. So stay tuned, keep watching this series, and thank you so much once again. Stay alive, stay fearless, dream big, and keep staying strong. Bye, take care.